Okay, welcome to our Believe Team weekly Zoom coffee chat. Maybe we should change it to like a fireside chat because I don't see anybody with your coffee mugs. But I'm really excited tonight to talk about becoming a Young Living brand partner. Now, that's new language for us. So if you hear me say business builder or business partner, it's because that's been our former language. But Young Living is rolling out a new website, a new shopping platform, changing some of the verbiage for how we do business. And those of us who choose to share with others are going to be called brand partners. And I really, really like that term. I feel like it is very inclusive. It is not scary. It doesn't sound weird. I'm a representative of this brand, Young Living. So tonight we want to talk about the very beginning stages of how to become a brand partner and what that means, what it looks like, and why, most specifically, why we choose to be a brand partner. 90% of Young Living customers and members are just happy oil users. And when I enroll someone and they say, I don't want anything to do with the business, I put them at ease very quickly and say, that's the best part about Young Living. You get to decide what path you want to take. And 90% of people, 9 out of 10 who get their oils, their starter kit, they just are happy oil users and they don't ever share. But that leaves, there is an option for anyone who wants that. And 10% of us in the company typically take advantage of this brilliant compensation plan and brilliant business structure within network marketing. My story, very briefly, is I worked in healthcare for several years, and my husband is a pastor, and we were a dual income family with raising little kids and trying to do all the things, being gone all the time. Life was just kind of on the hamster wheel of survival. Someone introduced me to essential oils when I was looking for a product. I was looking for help to stay well. I was not interested in the business. I told them I would not do the business, but I started seeing results pretty quickly. And as we do with human nature, when you see something that works, you naturally share it with other people. So I started sharing, I started getting a check, I started getting a wish list of products from Young Living that I really wanted. And since my husband knew how this whole business thing worked, when I approached him about getting more things from Young Living and hopping on Essential Rewards, he said, that's fine. You can buy whatever you earn with Young Living. Oh, that's how we're going to play. Okay, so from day one, I have never paid for any Young Living product out of our personal family budget. My check from Young Living has covered my orders. And at the very beginning, that was my goal, was to get that order paid for and at the 100 PV level, and then to move up my order to be able to finally get whatever I want from Young Living when I want it. But I didn't still want to be serious about doing the business. But it grew over time, as network marketing does in the compounding world. And as you share and they share and people saw results and they shared. And 4.5 years ago, I was able to leave my job as a nurse in a hospital and come home full time, being home with my family all the time, which is not always a dream. I will admit that. So keeping it real, but my income is covered with Young Living. And I feel like I'm able to help people be more well now than they ever were before through Young Living and this wellness opportunity. So the income option isn't for everybody. But if you want some side money, if you want money to cover your order, if you want to replace your income, it's all totally possible. You can do it, and then you can experience that kind of freedom. So why would some people choose to do the business? That's a thought I want you to think about tonight. Why would someone choose to do this as a business? As you're thinking about that, I want to share my screen and show you a couple of resources that are available to all brand partners. So first of all, I'm in the virtual office right here under member resources. And as you can see, there is a wealth of material. If you are wanting to get started with a brand partner, then you need to check out this Rise 90 Day to Success. But you don't need any other resource besides your virtual office in order to be successful in this business. It's all right here. I'm going to now go to the income disclosure statement. You can find this at youngliving.com/IDS. It stands for Income Disclosure Statement. And this was put out in 2019. And so you can see the different ranks that are offered within Young Living, and notice that distributors, those are customers, those are members, make up about 90% of the culture. So if you ever thought to yourself, everybody's doing Young Living, the market is totally saturated, this right here proves it wrong, because most people, if they're using Young Living, are just happy oil users. A very few people actually pursue this as a business. What I want you to be able to see is the different ranks. Obviously, it goes from distributor star, senior star, all the way to the diamond level, Royal Crown Diamond. You can see the percentages of all distributors. But then check out over here. Are you able to see the average annual income of each rank? Does that show up for you?
You can, if you're on a computer, you need to slide your little box over.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. There you go. Here's the average annual income of each rank that exists with Young Living. So find the average annual income that would be beneficial for you and your family. Obviously, Royal Crown at 1.6 million a year. None of us would turn our nose at that, but where would be beneficial for your family? Take a minute and look at that. These are real numbers. I have hit the rank of platinum before, but we maintain the rank of gold, which you can see has an average annual income of around 50,000. That's life-changing right there. I was able to come home from my job as a consistent silver with an average annual income of 16,000. Okay, you can spend some more time looking at that on your own. But right now, what I want to do is, you're thinking about why would someone choose to be a Young Living brand partner. I want you to hear from some people on our team who have chosen to be a Young Living brand partner and why they have chosen it. There's all kinds of different reasons. And we're going to start with Suzanne. So Susan, if you will unmute yourself and share with us why you are a brand partner. Susan is a consistent silver with Young Living and has been consistently at that level for a while. She is a rock star.
Well, I don't know about that, but thank you very much. I got started because, well, I actually saw the income, and that very much intrigued me, but so did the oils. And I just decided that I felt like that was a way to go, because I had a reaction to a medicine for my, was it cholesterol? And I thought I was dying of liver cancer is what I thought, which it turned out I wasn't. But the minute that I stopped taking that medicine, my numbers got better. And I think that was my light bulb moment, that medicine is good for some things. And sometimes you do have to take medicine, but there are healthy and holistic ways to help yourself without all those side effects. So I use a lot of different things for my allergies or sinus or cold, sunburns, and I just like telling people about it. And of course, I like, my team is wonderful. We're going to grow this year, and hopefully I'm going to hit that gold this year. So I'm just really excited about the income levels. You can make just about anything you want to make. And I've stayed stagnant for a little bit too long, and it's time to start moving. So I'm ready to go.
Thank you, Susan. I love it. I love how you said you can do whatever income level you want. It's possible. You can make it happen. Suzanne.
Yes. Well, I, like you, Shannon, was not going to do the business. I just wanted the oils and for our use and to keep it secret. But once I saw the results that we got, Danny was getting better sleep. And then since then, I think we've been doing Young Living like 5.5 years probably now. But I particularly have seen some major health challenges during that time. And the products have made the difference to the point of canceling surgery because I took the products, and I had prayer warriors too. So because of all of that goodness, I needed a paycheck to pay for the oils. And I want other people to understand and know at least my story, that it's made a difference for us. And that's why I share Young Living.
All right, can you hear me? Awesome. Okay. All right, so I actually wrote out some specific talking points because I could talk forever about all of this. So I'm going to try and stay on point. What I wanted to cover is why I started sharing, why I do it now, and then a couple of my daily how-tos, because I want people to, yes, hear my why and that it's possible, but also to get like a practical, like, this is what I do on a daily basis, so they can kind of realize like this is possible. As a little bit of background, I am a homeschooling mom of 4 kids, and so I am busy. They are with me all the time. Originally, when I decided to start the business, it was to get my order paid for. We, again, family of 6 on my husband's budget. And so buying everything that I wanted wasn't really feasible within our budget. Once you learn more about what's in all the products that you use daily and the supplements, I don't know about you, but for me, I wanted to switch like everything immediately, but I couldn't afford it. So the business aspect was really what allows me to buy what my family needs and what we want without digging into any of our family household budget. Now, not only do I share to be able to pay for our orders, but I also share so that I can have a little bit extra to give our family a little bit more. Put my kids in dance, kids play sports, things like that. Then we don't have to dip into our family budget. So my why is still to be able to buy my products, but also to have a little bit extra. Daily how-tos. Here are a couple of just simple practical tips to make this being a brand partner and building this business very feasible for you. Make it relatable. One of the biggest compliments I get from people, anybody who ever wants to join my team or even just use oils, not even be a business builder, is they say they appreciate how real I make my posts. I'll share about my kids using them, about putting them on my dogs, about emotions, I just share about how we use them every day. You have to make these things relatable. People want to know how you incorporate this stuff into your life. People will say, I will never use oils that often. They will. They'd be surprised. They just can't think of how they will. So make it relatable. Show them how they will incorporate this into their daily lives. Post in your stories. If you're on social media, Instagram, Facebook stories, I have found recently are just really quick ways to showcase how you're using it in your daily life. Show a video or a picture of you pouring yourself Ningxia Red, of your lining up your supplements that you're going to take. Take a picture of your diffuser running with some fun music behind it. So you're making it relatable. You're showing them how you incorporate it. You're staying present on your social media so they see you, so you become that face of essential oils. Take oils with you everywhere you go. Take oils with you everywhere you go. I have a pouch that's in my purse. I always have it full of like 8 to 10 oils, roller bottles, things like that. I can pull them out at any time, let others use them, my kids, anything, so take them wherever you go. Always be diffusing. Anytime anyone comes into my house, we have diffusers running. And they'll say, oh my gosh, what's that smell? Instant conversation starter. Always be diffusing. Start them every single morning. Good for business, good for your health, wonderful. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. Don't be afraid to reach out and say, hey, I'm growing this business. I am working really hard on helping to educate people on the benefits of essential oils, and all the things that are in your household that aren't good for you, and that there are alternatives to that. Would you be willing to let me teach a class for you and some of your friends? Share from a place of honesty. So don't always start out conversations with, hey, how have you been? I hope you are well. Sometimes, a lot of times, I go at it like straight. I'm like, hey, good morning. I have a goal this month of sharing with 5 people. Would you be interested in watching a video? Would you be interested in having a class? We are recently finishing up a sale, and I have reached out to people and said, listen, we have talked about oils in the past. There's a sale going on. Are you interested in learning more? Or here are the graphics. Let me know if you have any questions. I didn't beat around the bush. I just came at them straight with what I was trying to do. There are different seasons. Some seasons is, yes, strictly about building relationships and cultivating those with people and connecting with people. And you may not mention oils for like 3 months, and that's okay. This business is all about relationships and education. And if you get nothing else from this spiel, it's all about relationships and education. That is my job. It's to love on people and to show them what this has done for my family, financially, and with our health. So education and relationship, and everything else just kind of falls into place. I am consistently working it every day. It's not something that I do when I feel like it. I consistently every day am either in my virtual office that Shannon talked about earlier. I'm reading about some sort of product. I'm studying videos, things like that, even if it's 10 minutes a day. Again, homeschooling mom of 4 kids. It's not like I have tons of free time, but I make time. I will sacrifice watching TV in the evening to do this video, to read, things like that. So it's all possible. It's all about what are you willing to give up and sacrifice a few minutes a day to be able to pour into the business side of it, and just make it relatable and love on people, and it'll all work out.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashley. Can you just feel her fire and her energy? And no wonder she is a success, because she brings passion and love with consistency. And so it really is that simple. It's not easy, but it is a simple business. And she summed it up very well, of relationships and education from a place of love. That's one thing that makes Young Living and our culture and our business different from maybe other network marketing companies, is that most of us, we didn't get started because we were looking for another income option. Some of us did, and that's fine, but we fell in love with the products, and we have a heart for other people, and we want to see them see the same aha moments and changes and results in their life that we've experienced. So we do share from a place of authenticity, from love, from relationship, and product based. I think that's one thing that makes Young Living one of the top 10 network marketing companies, and growing and growing and growing year after year, because of that heart that our culture has. And you all, Susan, Suzanne, and Ashley, really communicated that very, very well. Another thing Ashley pointed out is that you don't have to do this full time, 40 hours a week. You can do this business in 5-minute increments. It's just a matter of making yourself do the things that are income producing. I probably work consistently, maybe 8 hours a week, like dedicated fully 8 hours, 8 to 10. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a little bit less. And it all, it's possible, whatever you want. So it's not simple, but it is easy. And one of the keys that we're going to talk about more next month is becoming a master storyteller. That's one of the major skills that you need in order to be successful at this, is learning how to tell stories with people. Facts tell, but stories sell, and people want the results that they're seeing in your life. So we're going to cover that more in depth next month. Okay, pretend, this is an action item for you. Pretend for a moment that you are an all-in Young Living brand partner. Maybe you're on the call now, maybe you're watching it later. Pretend you are all in as a Young Living brand partner. What would you need to make a month in order for this to feel like an all-in business for you? That's question number one. What would you need to make income-wise? Second question is, how many hours a week are you willing to spend? I'd like to remind people, this is called network marketing. There's a work in there. It's fun. Oh my goodness, it's fun. We get to do life with these people, but it still requires work. So how many hours a week are you willing to devote to it? And then why do you want to be a brand partner? What's in it for you? What's your vision? Because we're not going to do something long-term if there isn't something in it for us. And it could be, what's in it for us is we get to bless other people. That can be your why. What is your why? Those are 3 things I want you to consider. And as we close, I'm going to show a video that is 4 minutes long. And this is a video that really sums up what we've talked about tonight: the culture, the products, and the income option. This is also something readily available for all of us to share with other people. And I often share this video with those who might be interested in just taking a look. As I show this video, I want you to write down the names of at least 3 people that come to mind that need to see this video.
This short message is about 3 things. First is you. Maybe you're like us. Maybe you want your family to be safer, healthier, and happier. Second, this is about a product line that you may find changes your life in a profound way. And third, this could be about an income option that can provide you with a totally separate source of mad money for the rest of your life. The person that referred you to watch this has a story.
Their story will be of a product line that has a huge impact on their lives. The product line features non-toxic ingredients, alternative healthcare, and super nutrition.
Maybe those things are important to you, and maybe not. We'll leave that up to you. The second thing this message is about is made possible only by the first thing, the products. When you have products that are so effective that people talk about the results a lot, it creates opportunity. In the late 1980s, a visionary couple, Gary and Mary Young, had an idea. You could call it a vision of alternative health and wellness, of non-toxic products for our homes and families. They wanted a better life for their family, and they had the courage to do something about it. They started, I imagine, with just 1 customer, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 80, then 800. Today, they have over 2 million monthly repeat customers. How did they do that? They had a lot of help. Every so often, one of their raving fans would see the opportunity to actually help spread the word, and they would share profits with them to do so. In fact, they would pay any customer to help them. Some earned enough so their own products were free. Some earned enough to pay off some debts. And some a new car or college tuition. Here's what they found. As passionate as people were about Young Living products, some were equally as passionate about finding a new source of income. If it was ethical, fun, honored their values, and helped other people, why not? There are over 500,000 of these fans that are now paid ambassadors for their own stories. And just like any other opportunity, some earn a little and some earn a lot, all by their choice. Most, of course, are just really happy customers. If it were just about income, I don't think there'd be this much excitement about this opportunity. there are a million ways that any of us can earn income. There's a third reason people promote Young Living. This community of like-minded people is fun, educational, inspirational. The community spans the world, over 25 countries and growing. This is a community rich with love, adventure, travel, and natural health care. The people that we find interested are usually people who are already thinking about it. Do you ever think about finding proven safe and natural products for your family? Do you ever think about finding a way to bring in another income for life? What if it were fun and richly rewarding in all the non-money ways? Would you at least take a look? If the answer is no, we get it. Most of us said no the first time we were invited to look. We respect your no. It is your 30 minutes, and it's not for us to tell you what you might be curious about. And if the idea of earning an extra income does not appeal to you, let us at least show you our products. If you're like most people, you're gonna fall in love, madly in love. Either way, please respond to the person that shared this with you as to what you choose to do next. Look or pass.
I love that video, and it really sums up everything that we talked about tonight. We love the products, we're grateful for the income option, and the community is like no other. And that encapsulates the culture that we're a part of, that keeps us motivated to continue sharing with everybody that we meet. So I hope that you thought of at least 3 people that need to see that video. I will share the link for that video in our Believe Team groups and threads and Telegram and Facebook so that you can have easy access to it, and then just send it to a friend who might be willing to just see what we do. You can also send them the link to this video where it's been us talking about why we love Young Living and why we have chosen to become a brand partner. It really is just as simple as that. And so tonight we've talked about the why about the business, and next month we will talk more about some specific skill sets that are helpful. But truly, if you've got a virtual office, you've got a love for these products, and you know people, you have what it takes to be successful.